my name's Faith and I'm making this video on behalf of my partner, Parker Hatcher. A couple months ago, I made a video regarding Parker and the campaign that we are currently working on. And since then, things have gotten a lot more urgent and a lot more severe. So I decided to make another video. For those of you who haven't seen any of the posts or my previous video, I thought that I would give a quick summary of Parker's situation and the campaign. Parker has an autoimmune disease called lupus, which has a variety of symptoms, some of which are extreme chronic pain, dizziness, memory loss, fatigue, loss of mobility. One of the biggest symptoms is his antibodies attack his organs instead of attacking viruses that come into the body. Parker has gotten quite sick lately with the kind of minimal support we have from the campaign. It's kind of making things quite scary for him. We started the campaign to raise money for a few things, first being a wheelchair accessible vehicle. Because of Parker's disability, he is in a wheelchair, so in order to get around he uses an electronic scooter. In the winter though, his electronic scooter doesn't work. The cold freezes the batteries and the tires don't work on snow. So without a wheelchair accessible vehicle, Parker will have no mobility for up to 6 months. Because the winters are very, very long. He'll be forced to stay inside with no means of mobility whatsoever. But the wheelchair accessible vehicle isn't just for mobility in the winter, it's also for touring. Parker is a disabled transgender musician. Parker wants to go on tour to raise awareness on what it's like to live with an autoimmune disease such as lupus or MS or fibromyalgia. There's such limited awareness out there, so Parker wants to be able to not only bring awareness on what it's like to live with an autoimmune disease and what it does to you, but also to kind of encourage those who do struggle with these illnesses to stay strong and kind of find hope, because it's very common for people with these illnesses to give up because not a lot of people know what it's like, and it's just really hard to hold on to your life and find a sense of positivity and hope when you're struggling with such extreme illnesses. There's so many people out there struggling with these illnesses, and it's so hard to hold on to hope when there's so very few role models out there to show you that you don't have to give up on things just because you're sick. Parker really wants to go out there and show people that his disability, although it causes more difficulties, it doesn't have to stop his life, and it doesn't have to stop him from doing what he loves and making a difference. While running this campaign, we faced a lot of difficulties, a lot of ignorance, really. So many disabled people are afraid of asking for help because they know that people can be so cruel, and it's hard when there's very few people to reach out to. Parker really wants to use his music and his disability and his struggles to make a difference. He wants to be that person to show people that you can still have hope, even though, yes, there's going to be more struggles, but that doesn't mean that you can't continue to pursue what you love to do. Being a queer, disabled person of color, Parker has faced a lot more difficulties than other people would when asking for help in these situations. He's faced a lot of ignorance and a lot of discrimination. People seem to miss the importance of this campaign and the importance of this getting done and funded. This isn't just about us raising the money for our own gain. This is about making a difference. This is about showing people the positivity and showing people hope and encouragement where there otherwise isn't any. The fact that we're having such a difficult time funding this kind of just makes us want to push harder, because being queer and disabled and trying to fight and help those who are also queer and disabled and telling them that there are no limitations no matter what, meanwhile we're kind of being stuck at a limitation, just makes it even more difficult. And trying to discuss the lack of awareness and lack of understanding while facing a severe amount of lack of understanding, it just makes the whole thing even more important, because thousands of people face the things that Parker is facing right now. Thousands of people are out there looking for help or just giving up, and having people belittle them because they don't understand what it's like. Parker not only wants to help those who struggle, but also wants to help enlighten those who don't understand what it's like to struggle with these types of things. He wants to show people that this is what it's like. And these are the struggles and these are the boundaries, and it's okay that sometimes people need help. And it doesn't mean that they're weak. It doesn't mean that they're not trying hard enough, because people that struggle with these things try unbelievably hard every single day, and yet they still have to go out there and deal with people telling them that they're not doing enough and that they're not pushing themselves enough and that they're just not trying. He wants to show people what it's like, so maybe we can create a little less ignorance and a little more understanding, because it's not fair for people who struggle every single day to feel bad about the fact that sometimes they need help, and to feel bad about the fact that sometimes they feel like they can't do it. And he wants to help bring awareness to that and to help create a little bit more understanding. He also wants to show those who are struggling that you don't need to give up, that there are people that understand, and that you are strong and you are capable of doing things, and your worth is not decreased just because you are sick. When Parker first got diagnosed, he basically just gave up, because all he could think is that I'm sick now. There's no point in doing anything because I'm sick. And now that he's gotten himself past that, he wants to show people that you can still do things that you love even though you're sick. And yes, there's obstacles, but you don't have to give up. He wants to show people your life is just as valuable as it was before you got sick. You are still just as valuable, and what you want out of life is still just as important. This campaign means so much to Parker and to myself, and he's received several messages from people who struggle from lupus and other autoimmune disease saying how important it is for there to be more role models and more hope and more encouragement out there, because there is so much negativity and so much negative stigma. Parker has received several messages from people who have lupus or other autoimmune diseases saying how important this campaign is. There is such a limited amount of understanding and awareness out there on what it's like to live and experience these illnesses, but there is so much negativity and false information on what it's like to live with these illnesses. And Parker just wants to bring more positivity, because with so much negativity, it's hard to feel positive and it's hard to feel hopeful. Parker wants to use his music and his voice and his struggles to show people that you don't have to give up and that things are possible. Being diagnosed with something like this doesn't mean that your life has to be over, and it doesn't mean you have to give up on what you love. The limited amount of support that we have received really just makes us push harder and harder, because it just proves the point that people look down on you when you need help. This isn't just about us. This is about all the people out there that experience similar things and are guilted for needing help and just can't hold on to a sense of hope, because there's not a lot of people out there to help them find hope. This campaign is really important, and with Parker getting sicker and sicker lately, he's scared that we won't be able to fund this or get the help that we need before he's too sick to be able to do anything. And we're both honestly kind of scared at this point. He's been extremely sick lately, and it's only getting worse, and we really just need the help. We really need to be able to do this. We need to be able to make a difference. We do need mobility in the winter, because a huge symptom of lupus is extreme depression, which Parker already has. And when you're trapped in a house for 6 months with no means of mobility, it's really damaging to not only your physical state, but your mental. This entire campaign means so much to us, and we really we need to do this, and we need to do it soon. We are so grateful for everyone who has shown their support already by sharing the posts and donating what you can. It means the world to us. It really does, because things have been getting urgent, and we really need all the support that we can get. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that you will share the video and like and share my posts about the campaign on my blog. The link for the campaign will be in the description, along with the link to my blog and Parker's blog with information about the campaign and how he's doing and stuff. So thank you. Bye.